The life that humans currently lead is suffering. The life of desire and attachment and separation is suffering. It's not going to work. What we kind of think is we're like, we'll just dabble in non-duality a little bit, and we'll dabble in the spiritual path so it makes our life better. But the life in which we lead and which we set up as a society is suffering. It's because our society, the way our society is set up, is based on suffering. Our very ideas, the fundamental way of which we grow children is based on suffering, is based on delusion. So it's not, we're not going to, our society isn't going to work. This isn't like a bashing, like obviously we can change our society, but I mean, you're not going to find, what I'm trying to say is you're not going to find happiness in society. You're not going to find happiness in things, in material things, in getting and obtaining, in doing, in achieving. You're not going to find it in any of that. In a way, that is suffering. There's nothing wrong with getting things. There's nothing wrong with a desire as such. A desire is just desire. It's the way the body moves, and it depends how you mean desire. Like some people say it's desire, but it's the attachment to desire. It's the attachment to outcomes. It's the belief that happiness, that my peace of mind is going to come from getting this or being this or doing that or having this, which is the lie. And then it's the recognition. So the end of, so I think it's the third one, the way out of suffering is the recognition that the freedom comes from presence. It always comes from presence. It doesn't come from a thing, not even really an activity. Because an activity, like, so even like meditation or doing something spiritual is the idea that it comes in time. All of these things can be beneficial for the person and relaxing, but really it's all about presence, which is already here, which is beaming through, which is shining through, and recognizing that that is your freedom, not time. It doesn't matter what happens tomorrow. It doesn't matter what happens next year. What matters is what happens now. This is the most important part. While the focus is on time, that happiness is found in time, there is always going to be suffering. I think in Buddhism they said suffering will come like the cart follows the horse. I used to like that. I used to say really like corny, simple sayings when I was studying Buddhism. Yes. So nothing in time is going to free you. Not a person, not an action, not a behavior, not a thing, not a getting, nothing. But we're so attached to that, and we're attached to our avoidance as well. Like, we've got to do this. We've got to do this because it's scary. We've got to do that because of that. And then we go to things in society to look for relief, but other people are suffering. So then it's like you all merge together in that suffering, in that like anxiety energy. And often we don't even recognize it because we've got a story of who we want to be, and then we've got what our actual body feels. I remember when I first got into Buddhism, it's like I had a story of what I wanted Lisa to be, and then I had what my body felt, and my body is like, ah. So it's also this like recognition, like what is it that my story is telling me about myself, and what is it that's actually happening now? And when you really pay attention to it, you'll notice that most people are in a state of anxiety because that's the way in which we're grown, and then it's genetically passed on that you have to make your own happiness, that you're the doer, that it's your fault, that it's their fault, that it's my fault. And then you've got to kind of like survive in this world, which is like playing a high risk board game. Like you do this, but it might collapse, so you do that. So the mind's got all these possibilities of thinking that things that can go wrong. Like it's not like we're in a supportive society where people are supporting each other. It's kind of like we're in a society where people are competing against each other. People do support each other, and that does appear. But if you look at it from like a bigger perspective, you'll see that everybody's kind of like running their own game rather than us working together as a group. It kind of works, running our own game. It kind of works as the group thing, but it's kind of weird. It's not like ants that are all like making the hive together, or bees that are all making the hive together. We kind of like making the hive together, but we're all trying to get as much as we can. Like, can I get the most amount of nuggets for myself and sit on them? Huh. And then there's a belief that that will give you safety, which won't. There's just more anxiety, so then more dramas and things will play out. Freedom is not found in life. Freedom is found internally as you. Freedom is found here.